Hey guys, Blind Dive Comics doing another comic review. This time I'm doing the Absolute Carnage Separation Anxiety, and I thought it would be kind of fitting for October, being kind of spooky season. Got the Carnage shirt, got the Venom hat. Alright, let's dive into the comics. So it starts out in this neighborhood in Colorado, and it's just got this like dog, just kind of like chilling out, walking down the street, and this dog seems to be covered in like fleas or flies or whatever when it notices this little girl crying. And there's something off about this dog, right? It's the dog from Deadpool versus Carnage, when Deadpool put all the Life Foundation symbiotes onto the dog and let the dog just walk off into the sunset. But anyway, we're not here for that story, we're here for this one. So the dog walks up to this little girl crying, and she basically talks to this stray dog about her family dramas and how her mom and dad are fighting, and how she just wants to be a happy family. And so she takes the dog inside, right? And immediately the dog stops at the two parents and just watches them. And then it transforms into the hybrid dog, which has all the, I believe it's 4 Life Foundation symbiotes. You got Agony, Riot, Lasher, and Phage. Yeah, 4. Sweet, got them all. And so I'm sad that this is only a one-issue comic, because this is a really terrifying, awesome comic. But anyway, the little girl goes to meet her brother in their family attic, or in their house attic, and they're, acting like siblings, saying, "You didn't say the right password," and all that. And then, but she's all like, "Hey, I found this dog. This dog's really cool. Come check out this dog." She looks about maybe 8, so maybe it's a younger brother, so maybe her little brother's maybe like 5, maybe 6. I don't think he's 7. Definitely not her age though. But when she goes to take him to go see this new dog, right? They're just bombarded with horror images, and I mean like absolute grotesque imagery here. Like this is awesome. So the dad's first to go. The Riot symbiote takes over the dad, but doesn't take him over completely. You see him kind of inside the symbiote. His hands, face, and I think a leg is sticking out of them, right? But they're talking. Sadie, that's her name. I want to say Sally. So Riot tells Sadie he just wants to be a happy family, and they can be thanks to her. Real creepy shit going on, right? So like her and her brother are just horrified. They don't know what the hell's going on. And then the mom is next to go. Agony, the purple symbiote, takes her over. And it's just beautifully awesome. Look at that. God. I love the art on this comic. It really makes them look grotesque, and it's just amazing. And they got the null spiral going on that was happening during the Donny Cates run of Venom and Carnage. I don't know if he did Carnage, but it all ties in. So now the two parents are chasing their children, and they're just like, come, be one with us. Let's be a happy family again, like you wanted. And there's a loud disturbance, and so the neighbor comes and rings a doorbell to check on them. And so the mom answers the door, but you know, the symbiote kind of hides, and you can tell that the mom's kind of hypnotized there, saying, you know, like, nothing's wrong, we're just about to have dinner. And so they're like, would you like to join us for dinner? And then just spews acid at the neighbor and just melts his face. And it's honestly, like, this is the most grotesque I've seen symbiotes. Like, it's just awesome, honestly. And so when all that happens with the neighbor, the two kids, of course, go run and hide up in the attic again. The looks like the Lasher and the Phage symbiote are looking for the two children, when suddenly there's a crash and says, there you are. We've been looking everywhere for you. It's time for dinner. And so they fight back, and you know, they have a radio, and you know, Venom is common knowledge because he's been on the news fighting Spider-Man, so they know about the symbiote's weaknesses. And so they find a radio and just start blaring it, and it disrupts the symbiote briefly, but he's able to reach out and just crush the radio player. And then he says, come on, dinner's waiting for you on the table. And so they're forced to have dinner, right? And then they don't have dinner yet. They're still running, and they hide in the bathtub. And you know, they're thinking they're safe, and they're like, oh, I think I've seen these things before. It looks like Venom, because, you know, like I said, Venom is prior knowledge. They've seen him fighting Spider-Man on TV, even though that's way up in New York, but still, you know, live TV coverage. But anyway, the Phage symbiote comes crawling out of the faucet and then latches onto her younger brother. And then he says, sis, join us. You'll feel so much better. And it's at this point she reaches for a can of hairspray and a lighter and makes a makeshift flamethrower, which, you know, and then she just shouts, give my family back. Which, you know, that only does so much. It causes a brief disturbance where she can get away. But then she stopped. And then she sees her neighbor on the dinner table and says, dinner's ready. And so the Lasher symbiote kind of doesn't quite bond with her yet, but he's holding her hostage on the table. And they're just, the three symbiote family members are acting like a normal family. The Phage brother, even Boo, scares his sister, which probably actually really scared her, you know, just acting like a child. But, you know, a creepy child, a symbiote child. And, you know, they're having they're having dinner, and then their family prayer is kind of funny. It says, good bread, good meat, good God null, let's eat. And so they're just mowing down on their poor neighbor, I just gotta say. And it's really funny in a disturbing kind of way, honestly. Like, it takes 2 panels. They're just going to town on him. It's really gross. And so the mom offers her daughter a glass to drink, but in the glass is a little symbiote. So Sadie takes it and smashes it on the table, and then uses the broken glass to stab the lasher's tendril to get away. And so they're all in an uproar now, trying to chase down their daughter, or their soon-to-be daughter. And just when she thinks she's about to make it, she's pulled back in. And the family is complete. And so now they're going to have a family road trip. And you know, Sadie's acting like a moody preteen now. But they're playing a car game, and she says, "I spy something red." And it goes into a spiral leading to absolute carnage. And that's the end of the issue. And like I said, it's a one-shot issue, but it's done really well. It's a good tie-in for Absolute Carnage. Yeah, that is Absolute Carnage Separation Anxiety. By Chapman, Level, and Boyd. Those are their last names. I don't know their first names. It's just right here on the cover. But if you want to go read it for yourself, go to your local comic shop and pick it up. I highly recommend it. It's a good read. If you like something creepy, it's a whole new take on the symbiotes. It's a little late. You know, Absolute Carnage was a few years ago. I've read this recently, and I just loved it. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode, and happy spooky season.